Hey guys, it's Lord of the Pogs. The last few weeks we've been talking about the 2003 film School of Rock. I've always been interested in the contents of the blackboard where he teaches his students about the history of rock and roll, and this is the scene I want to talk about. Today we're covering the British invasion and pop rock. The British invasion was a cultural phenomenon when rock and pop acts from the United Kingdom became popular in the United States. In the late 1950s, the rebellious tone and image of rock and blues musicians in the United States became popular with British youth, but early attempts to replicate American rock and roll largely failed. While American bands were popular in the United Kingdom, British bands had little success in the United States before 1964, although Hayley Mills's Let's Get Together from 1961's The Parent Trap did make it into the top 10. The artists associated with the British invasion are listed as the Beatles, the Kinks, the Rolling Stones, the Animals, the Yardbirds, and Cream. Cream are widely regarded as the world's first supergroup and released 4 albums: Fresh Cream, Disraeli Gears, Wheels of Fire, which was the world's first platinum-selling album, and Goodbye, spanning blues, psychedelic rock, and hard rock. They were included in both Rolling Stone and VH1's list of the 100 greatest artists of all time at number 67 and 61 respectively, and were ranked number 16 on VH1's 100 greatest artists of hard rock. The Animals are known for their gritty, bluesy sound and deep-voiced frontman Eric Burdon, as exemplified by their signature song The House of the Rising Sun, as well as by hits such as We Gotta Get Out of This Place, It's My Life, Don't Bring Me Down, and Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. They balanced tough, rock-edged pop singles against R&B-oriented material and had 10 top 20 hits in the Billboard Hot 100. The Rolling Stones are one of the most popular and enduring bands of rock and roll, pioneering the gritty, heavy sound that came to define hard rock. Rooted in blues and rockabilly, the Rolling Stones started out playing early rock and roll covers and were at the forefront of the British invasion. They found success with I Can't Get No Satisfaction and Paint It Black, and experimented with psychedelic rock on their Satanic Majesty's request, before returning to their rhythm and blues roots with Jumpin' Jack Flash and Honky Tonk Women. The Rolling Stones have won 3 Grammy Awards and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and Billboard magazine and Rolling Stone have ranked them as one of the greatest of all time. The Kinks drew from a wide range of influences, including R&B and rockabilly initially and later adopting folk, emerged during the British invasion, and are regarded as one of the most influential rock bands of the 1960s. They gained a reputation for their adherence to traditions of English music and culture during a period when many other British bands dismissed their heritage in favor of American blues, R&B, and pop rock. The Kinks started out playing popular R&B and blues styles and developed louder hard rock sounds under the influence of the Kingsmen's Louie Louie recording. Due to their pioneering in the field, they have often been labeled as the original punks. The Kinks have had 5 top 10 singles on the US Billboard chart, 9 of their albums charted in the top 40, 4 have been certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, and the Kinks were ranked 65th on Rolling Stone magazine's 100 Greatest Artists of All Time list. Artists influenced by the Kinks include punk rock groups such as the Ramones, The Clash, Blondie, and The Jam, heavy metal acts including Van Halen, British pop groups such as Oasis, Blur, and Pulp, and psychedelic rock groups like The Doors, Love, and Jefferson Airplane. The Yardbirds is known for starting the careers of 3 of rock's most famous guitarists, Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, and Jeff Beck, all of whom ranked in the top 5 of Rolling Stone magazine's list of 100 greatest guitarists. Originally a blues-based band noted for their signature instrumental breaks, the Yardbirds broadened their range into pop rock, psychedelic rock, and hard rock, and influenced later punk rock, progressive rock, and heavy metal. Following the band's split in 1968, Jimmy Page formed Led Zeppelin, which was initially intended as a direct successor to the Yardbirds. They were included at number 89 in Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest artists of all time and ranked number 37 on VH1's 100 greatest artists of hard rock. The Beatles are regarded as the most influential band of all time and were integral to the development of 1960s counterculture. Rooted in 1950s rock and roll, they later explored psychedelic rock and hard rock. As pioneers in recording and songwriting, the Beatles revolutionized many aspects of the music industry. After achieving their first hit, Love Me Do, in 1962, their popularity grew into the intense fan frenzy dubbed Beatlemania, and they acquired the nickname the Fab Four, ushering in the British invasion. The Beatles retired from live performances in 1966 due to backlash from the controversy of John Lennon's remark about the Beatles being more popular than Jesus, as well as noise levels and crowd control issues that made it increasingly difficult for them to perform live before recording albums of greater sophistication, including Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, The White Album, and Abbey Road. The Beatles are the best-selling music act of all time. They hold the record for the most #1 hits on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart at 20 and have received 7 Grammy Awards and an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score for the 1970 documentary film Let It Be, and 15 Ivor Novello Awards for songwriting and composing. In 2004 and 2011, they topped Rolling Stone's list of the greatest artists in history, and Time magazine named them among the 20th century's 100 most important people. Pop rock originated in the late 1950s, influenced by the arrangement and songwriting of early rock and roll, with greater emphasis on professional songwriting and recording craft and less emphasis on attitude. Detractors of pop rock often deride it as a slick, commercial product, less authentic than rock music. The term pop has been used since the early 20th century to refer to popular music in general, but from the mid-1950s it was used for a distinct genre, aimed at the youth market and often characterized as a softer alternative to the growing hard rock scene. After the British invasion, it was increasingly used in opposition to the term rock music to describe a form of music that was more commercial and accessible. The artists associated with pop rock are listed as Bonnie Raitt, the Beach Boys, Kiss, Elton John, the Go-Go's, Neil Diamond, and Fleetwood Mac. Following her self-titled debut album, Bonnie Raitt released a series of critically acclaimed roots-influenced albums that incorporated elements of blues, folk, and country. She has received 10 competitive Grammy Awards, as well as a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, was ranked number 50 in Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest singers of all time, was placed on the magazine's list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time, and received the Icon Award from the Billboard Women in Music Awards. Fleetwood Mac started as a blues band and developed a pop rock sound on their self-titled album, which reached #1 in the United States with the addition of Stevie Nicks, and their next album produced 4 top 10 singles, remained at #1 on the American Albums chart for 31 weeks, and won a Grammy Award for Album of the Year in 1978. In 1979, Fleetwood Mac was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and received the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music in 1998. In 2018, the band received the Person of the Year Award from the Recording Academy in recognition of their artistic achievement in the music industry. Neil Diamond has had 10 #1 singles on the Hot 100 and Adult Contemporary charts, and 38 of his songs have reached the top 10 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary charts. He was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1984 and received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2018. The Go-Go's have had a relatively stable lineup and are widely considered the most successful all-female rock band of all time. They originated in the punk rock scene in the late 1970s, and their debut album, Beauty and the Beat, topped the Billboard album chart, a still unequaled first for an all-female band writing their own material and playing their own instruments. The Go-Go's were nominated for Best New Artist at the 24th Annual Grammy Awards and received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2011. The Beach Boys drew on the music of older doo-wop groups, 1950s rock and roll, jazz, and R&B to create their unique sound and distinguished, elegant vocal harmonies. They began as a garage band of brothers Brian Dennis and Carl Wilson, cousin Mike Love, and friend Al Jardine, with Brian serving as composer and arranger. They had their first national hit in 1963 with Surfin' USA, beginning a string of top 10 singles. They developed the California sound that reflected the Southern California youth culture of surfing and cars, and were one of the few American rock bands to sustain their commercial standing during the British invasion. The Beach Boys helped legitimize popular music and influenced the development of psychedelic rock, progressive rock, and punk. Between the 1960s and 2010s, they had 36 songs reach the US Top 40, the most by an American band, with 4 topping the Billboard Hot 100, and in 2004 they were ranked number 12 on Rolling Stone's list of the greatest artists of all time. Commonly nicknamed the Rocket Man after his 1972 hit single of the same name, Elton John has been acclaimed for his music and showmanship during the 1970s and his lasting impact on popular music. In 2019, he was ranked by Billboard as the top solo artist in U.S. chart history, the 3rd overall, and the top adult contemporary artist of all time. Elton John has received 5 Grammy Awards, including Outstanding Contribution to Music, 2 Academy Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, a Tony Award, and a Disney Legends Award. In 2004, Rolling Stone ranked him the 49th on his list of 100 influential musicians of the rock and roll era, and he was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1992. Kiss is known for their face paint, stage outfits, and shocking live performances. I personally think Kiss would be better suited under hard rock, but I didn't make this chart. They have earned 30 gold albums, the most of any band from the United States, and have 14 platinum albums, 3 which earned multi-platinum. Kiss was ranked by MTV as the 9th greatest metal band of all time, and placed 10th on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Hard Rock list, as well as being ranked as the 3rd best metal and hard rock live band of all time by Loudwire magazine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a tip. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell in the corner to get notifications on more videos like this one.